Hello YouTube, this is DVD Review Studios here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the complete third season of The Simpsons on DVD. This is another 4-disc set, this time featuring 24 episodes of the show, and those episodes air between the years 1991 and 92, and this season is in fact my personal favourite season of The Simpsons. I cannot floor any of the episodes on this box set. Really great comedy, loads of great standout episodes for me personally. If I was to make a top 10 list of Simpsons episodes, which I may do one day, quite a few of them would be from this particular season. So anyway, there's the front cover, complete third season. There's the family sat within the television, which gets slowly more degraded as always, with paw prints and tinfoil wrapped around the aerial. There's the side of the box set with Homer and Marge, rated PG. And on the back we actually have a secondary hole, which is Simpsons shapes. And as you can see, on the front cover they're tipping backwards on the sofa, and then they have actually fallen on the back, which I quite like the creativity of that. Some of the other seasons, in fact none of the other seasons have done that, which I find quite interesting, so very unique for this particular box set edition. But before I show any more, for once I actually have the backing card, which this is the one of the only backing cards I've actually kept for the Simpsons box sets, and as you can see it's ripped down the side and has been folded over and kept with the episode guide inside the box set. But there's just a quick preview of all the episodes on this box set, all 24 of them. Total running time is 526 minutes, rated PG for general viewing. And there's special features with commentary on every episode, surprisingly, which that really is surprising. Every single Simpsons episode on DVD actually has commentary, which I really do quite like, and there's various language selections. Audio outtakes, which I find quite interesting. Butterfinger commercials, I'm sure many people remember those. And Simpsons jukebox with music videos and songs, etc. So pretty much a general rundown of what you can get on these Simpsons box sets, but it's just very nice to have one of these little inserts, so to say. Anyway, let's open up the box set. So here's the front cover as I showed before, and let's open it up. So there's the artwork in full view. Opening it up, we have some more artwork of The Simpsons falling backwards, midway at least. And another letter from Matt Groening, as always with the first 5 box sets of The Simpsons. They were actually printed on the inside of the box set itself. More images of the pets, and then we have the 4 discs. So there's Bart on disc 1, Marge on disc 2, Lisa and Maggie on disc 3, and Homer on disc 4. And I quite like how on these discs as well, they are actually falling backwards, and we can see the reflective surface of the DVD disc itself. So behind where the pets are is where the episode guide is stored, so let's take a look through this. And here is the episode guide, so let's run through the episodes. So first up on disc 1, already we have one of my personal favourite episodes on this box set, and that is Stark-Raving Dad, as Homer turns up to the power plant wearing a pink shirt after a laundry accident, and then gets sent to a mental institution, which is a very bizarre turn of events. But whilst he is there, he meets his roommate in his cell, which happens to be a huge guy who believes that he himself is Michael Jackson. And I just love that character, very interesting one-off character, and just an overall very fantastic premise, and I love the MJ references throughout. And I really love the ending as well, where the roommate guy ends up collaborating with Bart to make Lisa a happy birthday song, which is the very catchy Happy Birthday Lisa, Lisa It's Your Birthday. Episode 2, Mr. Lisa Goes to Washington, great episode as Lisa wins an essay contest and the family end up going over to Washington DC. But the standout moment of this episode, and probably the most standout moment for the character of Lisa in my personal opinion, is where she says in the 5th act the truth must be told, and that's where she goes over and has Congress pass a bill to save the Springfield Forest, which was just absolutely fantastic. Very cool Lisa moment. When Flanders failed, absolutely hilarious. A really interesting episode where Ned Flanders opens up a store called the Leftorium, and Homer wishes for it to fail, which is just hilarious. I love Homer's thought bubbles throughout the episode as Ned pleads for Homer to tell people about the Leftorium, so really interesting episode. Bart the Murderer, great episode as Bart joins Fat Tony's gang. Homer Defined, interesting episode as Homer saves Springfield from a nuclear power plant meltdown. Like Father, Like Clown, great episode focusing on Judaism as Bart and Lisa reunite Krusty with his father. Moving on to disc 2, we have Trios of Horror 2, which I love this episode, really great segment with the monkey's paw, very interesting. Lisa's Pony, really interesting episode focusing on the relationship between Homer and Lisa, as Homer purchases a pony for Lisa and then takes a second job at the Quickie Mart in order for them to actually keep it and afford it. Saturdays of Thunder, where Bart and Homer build a soapbox racer together. Flaming Moe is definitely one of the best episodes of The Simpsons ever, in my opinion, as Homer ends up giving Moe a drink idea, and then Moe takes the idea as his own and does not credit Homer for it, and then starts selling it. And that episode guest stars Aerosmith. Very, very good episode. Continuing with Disc 2, we have Burns Verkauf and Der Kraftwerk, where Mr. Burns sells the power plant to some German investors. And last up for Disc 2, we have I Married Marge, which I really do love these episodes focusing on the earlier life of Marge and Homer as a couple. Moving on to Disc 3, first up we have Radio Bart, which is quite an interesting episode as Bart gets a little microphone for his birthday and then plays a prank on Springfield by pretending to be a boy trapped down a well. Lisa the Greek, not a very memorable episode, but still very good as Homer exploits Lisa and her talent to pick football winners. And then continuing with Disc 3, we have Homer Alone, absolutely fantastic episode as Marge has a breakdown, and so while she's on vacation at Rancho Relaxo, Homer is left in charge of the kids and the house, which obviously would be very problematic. Bart the Lover, again a very bizarre episode as a yo-yo craze hits the town of Springfield, and then Mrs. Krabappel takes away Bart's yo-yo, and so Bart gets his revenge in a very bizarre way by writing fictional love letters and signing them as a fictional lover in order to mess around with Mrs. K. Homer at the Bar, a really interesting episode. I do love this one. I remember watching this one all the time when I had one of the VHS tapes of The Simpsons, and this one was definitely one of my favourites. I love the unveiling of the Wonder Bat to Bart. Very good moment in the episode. Separate Vocations, where Lisa becomes very discouraged about her dream of becoming a professional saxophone player. And then we move on to Disc 4 and begin with Dog of Death, as Santa's Little Helper requires a very expensive operation. Colonel Homer, where Homer helps out a girl called Lurleen with her music career. Black Widower, the return of the absolutely phenomenal Sideshow Bob character voiced by the amazing Kelsey Grammer. Next up we have The Otto Show, really great episode where Otto loses his bus driving license, and I really love this episode for the guest voices of the band Spinal Tap. Bart's friend falls in love, where Bart becomes insanely jealous of Milhouse's new girlfriend. And the final episode, Brother, Can You Spare Two Dimes, bringing the return of Homer's half-brother Herb, and he becomes a success again by making a baby translator, which is a very interesting episode as well. And I believe that was actually the last appearance of Herb, which is really unfortunate. I really quite like that character. But anyway, that's the complete third season of The Simpsons in terms of episodes. Before I end the video, I'll just quickly show the artwork that was beneath the discs, which I've already popped the discs off. So there's Bart, Marge, Lisa and Maggie, and Homer. So that's pretty much it for this review. I shall try to upload more frequently the reviews of the other Simpsons box sets, and I shall obviously be doing those in chronological order, so next up shall be the Season 4 review. So thanks for watching my review on the complete third season of The Simpsons. Be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what your favourite episode from this season is, and please subscribe down below for more videos.